What are you doing? I didn't even... Did that really just happen? Guys, I'm gonna pause this for a minute. I didn't even press record. It did it by itself. That was weird. Like, that was really weird. I did not hit record, guys. Like, it did it on its own. I wasn't ready at all. I'm still not ready. So, but I'm rather just... Everything happens for a reason, right? That was really weird. I'm trying to think, what was I thinking about in that moment? I got a little sunburn. Yeah. I went to the water park today with my kids. Hey guys, it's Bianca Sophia. What was I thinking? I'm gonna clear that energy. If it comes back to me, hopefully it will. That's like, that was just weird, and that's like, that in itself is making me, do you know what I mean? It's like distracting me. Fucking flies. I did orb recording tonight, right? Like I always do. And there was like this big ass giant orb in front. It was, first of all, it was bigger than any orb I've ever seen, and it was just floating like right in front of my camera for like a really long time, and it was moving a little bit here and there. It was weird, but it was really cool. I'll post it. It's like 17 minutes long, that video, I think, and I'll put like in the description how far to go into it to see the orb, to see this giant orb. Like, it's, I was like, what is this? I've never seen anything like this before, and I haven't. No. Fucking flies, man. Alright, let's do this. I don't know what I'm doing yet, guys. I was, like I said, I wasn't ready to record, and I'm like, alright, let's go, I guess. Like I said, everything happens for a reason, right? But I did a lot of meditating and like shielding and protection stuff, and so I guess I'm ready to go. But that was just weird that happened, you know. Oh no, where's my oil? See, I'm not prepared. Hello, like why did you do that? Did my oil fall? Guys, hold on, I need my oil. I need my oil. Hey guys, I'm back. I found my oil, and I put it brown because I was like, that's too... I kind of heard in my head, it's too much. And the feminine Sophia's like, no, it's fine. And it's too much. I'm hearing like, it's so funny. It's like the masculines are like, put a bra on. I swear. It's just, I don't know, I find that funny. Like, why? Why do you care? You know? Oopsie daisy. Why? Hope that this is not gonna work, is it? Just having all kinds of issues tonight, huh? Like, just weird shit's going on. It's like, what isn't weird stuff going on anymore? It's like becoming... The weird stuff is becoming normal. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's weird. Right, I think I'm gonna go back to this deck. Because we did that, remember that I did that Divine Masculine reading? Can you go? Lies. I use this deck for that Divine Masculine reading, and I wanted to do it here and now for the collective, yeah? Someone here, I did my oil, so I'm gonna jump in, I'm gonna shuffle, and then, you know the routine by now. Someone here had Atlantis lives, see? Atlantis lives. Oh, maybe your higher self. We have higher self and psychic. Or maybe your higher self is going to be showing you your Atlantis lives. Yeah? Remember, we've been having a lot of past life stuff coming through. Making the right decision. Somebody is going to make a right decision, or someone has made the right decision. Or something about maybe when you lived in Atlantis, you made the right decision. Or maybe you're going to have like memories come back and you're like wondering, you're going to wonder like, I saw something that happened during my Atlantis life or lives, and I'm wondering if I made the right decision. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. It's coming. It's coming. Whew. Well, you're getting to see a breakdown on camera, but it's not mine. The tears are like pouring out. Holy shit. Give me a minute, guys. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. That was crazy. That was crazy. You're like, what? What? Tell us. Right. Sorry. Fuck. It's like you guys are. I didn't even want to get into this. It's like you guys are doing this shit on purpose, aren't you? I didn't want to get into this now, but Haylel is the one that killed Faith. Yeah. He killed her. You guys, I knew you were going to do this to me. I knew that you were going to do this to me. I'm gonna try. I'm not making any promises. Archangel Faith, Michael, Archangel Michael, and Archangel Haylel Lucifer. The three of them, as you know, are twins, right? And they lived together in Lemuria. They lived together in Atlantis. I don't know how this works and what time space this works or exactly yet. Okay, it's very complicated. But there is a timeline or somewhere along the lines, the three of them lived. They were like in a three-way relationship, guys. Okay. And they were happy, right? Faith had two husbands. Like that was her. I know it's weird. There's like I don't know. It's just weird because like they're twins. But the three of them lived together and they were happy but it didn't last. I don't know. And this isn't really about their relationship. Okay, it is, but it's not. It's about they were happy, the three of them. Remember, they're not human. This is different. Don't worry about that right now. Okay. Okay. So Faith had two husbands. Like, she was in love with both of them. And like I said, I don't know the dynamics of this three-way relationship. I do know that they got into some dark shit, right? But this was the beginning of the like the light becoming the dark, right? To infiltrate the dark, to get in there, right? And it's weird, like there was somewhere along the line where demonic entities started showing up, okay? So one of the jobs was for these archangels was to transmute and to get rid of these demons, right? It's like I said, I don't know all the details of this stuff. I'm still finding about it. So I'm going slow with this shit because it's too much, right? Okay. But what I've seen was, and I talk about this, and I guess this is gonna be the fucking video, right? I might as well just redo it. The first images I had seen was like that first of me being stabbed in the heart, and Michael holding me and screaming and crying. Okay, but you were probably like, who did end up stabbing her? It was Lucy. Yeah. The next image vision I was shown was I was in like this grass field. She had blonde hair. She wore it straight sometimes, curly sometimes, blue eyes, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. They only had 2 wings at that time, okay? So it didn't have like their 4 wings or their 6 wings or what have you. Michael had 2 wings, Lucy had 2 wings, I had 2 wings. And we used to meet up in this field, like this grassy field. It was really weird. Like Michael would be laying down and I would get on top of him and we would start making love in the grass, and I would be transmitting these demons that he caught like inside of him, right? Just like I've talked before in past videos, right? Where like these other aspects of my twins, the human versions, would come in and I would do this. But so it's weird that I was doing this, like Archangel Faith was doing this too, but like in the physical, like she would get on top of Michael, they would start making love, and she would open her mouth and all these black smoke would come out. And this was demonic energy. Like, she was transmuting herself and her masculine. They would transmute these demonic entities together. I know, right? And then Lucifer would come and she would do the same thing. But she also was, they would go to these rituals, okay? They would go to and party with these dark magicians, these dark, yeah, right? And they would sit in on these rituals. They became a part of them. And they would conjure up demons with these people, and they would take these demons inside of them, and then they would go transmute them. This is how they were catching demons, guys. Like, it's crazy. But the demonics ended up taking them, like, over, right? And this is when it poisoned their relationship. Faith was getting just toxic. She wasn't transmuting as much as she should. Like, you catch demons and then you transmute them. You catch, you transmute. You catch, transmute. She kept just catching. She was doing that. It was like she wasn't, you're supposed to, as soon as you get the demons inside of you, you have to transmute them immediately. She would just start not, like, doing it all. And they started to take over. Do you know what I mean? So, and Michael too. So it started to show, like, in their personalities, right? Lucifer packed his shit and he left. He moved out. Faith didn't even notice that he moved out. She was sick. Michael and Faith started cheating on each other because they were, like, involved in this dark shit. Like, they were feeding on people. They were eating people. It's funny that Lucifer is the good one, right? Yeah. He's the one that's like, I need to get away from them. Faith's gone completely crazy. Apparently Michael wasn't even close to being bad as me. I was out with my dragon, and I told you about this. They all three had their own dragons. I think I mentioned this before. They all had their own dragons. They would use them. Even though they had wings, but they also used their dragons, okay? It's like Lucifer moved out when I started just, hunting people for fun. Like, I was, like, flying around, just burning people to death. Yeah, for fun. Like, I went completely crazy. Because there was a point where I just stopped transmuting the demons. And I was like, I like this. I don't want to do it. I don't want to transmute these demons. I'm going to keep them. Yeah. And then what happens? Jealousy, envy. But then at the point, you're just not even you anymore. There's nothing left. Like, you are... she was just demonic. She was fucking demonic. She was a demon. And it's crazy how that in itself is what made the first demon made to begin with. Her turning dark somewhere along the line made her in another timeline. It's like, I can't explain it, the weird thing with time. Like, there would have been no demons to begin with had she not gone dark, but it's like one of those, what came first, the chicken or the egg, right? It's really hard to wrap my head around. I still don't understand to this day. But, like, because that happened, because they infiltrated the dark, part of Sophia's consciousness was kidnapped, and they used that consciousness to create the demons to begin with. Okay? And it's like, because those demons were created, Faith had to come and transmute them, but it turned her dark. But her turning dark is why the demons came. It's hard to explain why the demons were created to begin with. Like Faith is the mother of demons. Sophia is the mother of demons. Like, she created them. She birthed them, right? And the dark used, like, I hope I'm making sense. I know, because I still don't understand it, okay? But she was, doing chrome, right? They were doing these rituals. They were just, I mean, like, they showed me another, version of the field, right? But this time they would have blood all over them. Like, that was before she went completely mental, went completely mad and crazy. They started showing up in these fields with blood. I saw Faith just more. She always was naked, and she always had blood on her mouth. and like they're showing me her eyes, like they would go from blue to black and shit, like they would, it's like very dark, like she was very dark, very dark. It's like they wouldn't even clean up the blood off their face after doing gross stuff. And like they would meet in this field, they would transmute the demons. But it's like at this point she had already like it's like she would go maybe like, remember time was different probably during back then, but she'd probably go like a week collecting demons and not transmuting them, holding on to them for way too long, and then they would like transmute maybe once a week, right? And like I said, that's when like Lucy bounced. When it started getting dark is when he's like, I'm out of here. Michael's enabling you. But apparently I never even heard Lucy say that. Like I was like, he would talk to me and I wouldn't even hear him. Right? And he moved out. I didn't even notice he was gone. Till like weeks or months later, I didn't even notice he was gone. My husband was gone and I didn't know. I had 2 husbands, like I said, we were all married. I didn't even know my husband moved out. Nor did I care. Like I didn't care about anything. There was no love there, you guys. It was really bad. I don't know Michael's part in this. I know that he was dark, but he wasn't even close to being as dark as I was. But he stayed. Right? And like Lucy would go back and show me stuff. Like both of them would show me stuff. Sophia would show me stuff. The archangels showed up and they showed me this shit too. Like Lucy, and it started the resentment and the fighting between Michael and Lucy. Lucy's like, you're enabling her. You know, you need to leave or do something. She's getting sicker and sicker, right? But so is he, but not even close to apparently what I was at. So what ended up happening was mom and dad and whoever works for mom and dad, you know, called Lucy in. They said, hey, Al, we need to talk to you, right? He had a meeting, you know, with mom and dad and, you know, the bosses or whatever, whoever was in charge at that time. Because I don't even know how that shit works either, like the hierarchies and shit, right? But at that time, it was only the archangels, apparently. But it was weird. They had already been in this incarnation. So there was stuff that Lucy didn't know. Because remember, it's like I have to go, let me set this up too. Before we went to this incarnation, because it was an angelic incarnation on Terra. It was Terra at that time, I believe. It was before the fall, okay? They asked all the archangels who wants to go to Terra, right? We need somebody to play the role of the dark, right? And it's weird. I don't know, like Lucy clearly rose his hand. I think I did too. I don't know if Michael did. This is where that's the part I don't. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know, but they said that will be that information will come out when it's ready because it's not time yet or something. So this is from my point of view, okay? What they've showed me so far, okay? They said it's kind of like you're gonna be dark, but you're gonna not right away, right? Okay, I remember now because I was like, I wanted to write all this down. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I'm not ready because I wanted to write it down all out. They asked these archangels, who wants to play for the role for the dark? And I guess I raised my hand, and Lucy did too. And they said Michael too. I guess I don't know, but don't quote me on that. I'm just showing you what I know. And they said, but you're not gonna remember. Like your memories are gonna be taken away. That you chose this. And like the hand started going down, like you're not going to remember certain things. And we're also going to traumatize you until you turn dark, right? Like this is I'm telling you. So it's like these archangels that went dark, They chose, like, that was, it was all part of the plan, okay? It was all a part of the plan. So it's like at the level Haylel was pulled into this meeting by the higher ups. He'd already been, he started that incarnation. Do you know what I mean? So it's like he didn't even remember really why this was happening, okay? I know it's hard to understand. Anyway, so let me tell you, he went to this meeting, and it was like the higher heavens or whatever. I don't know, you guys. I remember him going into this meeting. Okay, they showed us this, and Lucy remembers this too. And they said, "Will you get out of here?" See, they don't want me talking about this. We need you to do something. And it's like there's a problem. They said there's a problem, as you know. He's like, yeah, what are you guys gonna do about it? Like, this is, at this rate, there's so many fucking flies. I'm telling you, these fucking monitoring spirits, this is what they do. And they're like, no, Halo, what are you going to do? He's like, I'm not gonna do it. What do you mean? Me? What? She would see me coming a mile away if I tried to do anything. She, like, I can't even get near her. He knew what they were implying, okay? And she's a psychic, hello, like, they're archangels. He's like, no, absolutely not. I think you guys know what they're implying. He honestly didn't think that they were gonna make him do anything. But they're like, you have to do this. And it's like, you already know. You already know. Right? He's like, I'm not. No. 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 See, I'm getting all, like, jittery and nervous. I really don't want to talk about this, guys. And, like, you need to take her out. At this rate, she's going to, and it needs to happen soon. At this rate, she's gonna kill, the whole planet. Right? He's like, there's no one else that can do it, that can get close enough. He's like, what do you mean? But I can't get close to her because, hello? I don't know how you expect me to do this. And they're like, no, that's actually the reason why you'd be perfect, because you're the only one that can get close to her. Besides Michael, but Michael ain't gonna do it. He would never do it. Never do that. It has to be you. It has to be you. He said, how do you expect me to do that anyway? She's immortal, right? And they took out, they said, we have something already for you to use. And they pulled out a sword. A sword. And they handed it to him. And they said, it's all ready to go. It had magic on it, guys. There was magic intertwined by the damn divine. It was an Archangel killer sword. And it couldn't kill any Archangel but one. And that was Archangel Faith. That's what its purpose was at that time. At that time. Very powerful sword, guys. He was given the sword, and there was all kinds of magic on it. Magic for it to even be cloaked until the very second it was used. Archangel Faith, she went crazy at this time. You know what these illuminated, naughty people do? She was doing all of it, but 10 times worse. All of it. She was just burning people for sport, for fun, like I said. Burning people alive with her dragon. Like Daenerys at the end of Game of Thrones, but on crack. Okay? Like worse than that. Lucy was already heartbroken at this point because he was in love with her, right? And so, like that was they're twins. Hello, can you imagine if someone said you need to go kill your twin flame? Your immortal twin flame, like what? But he knew. He knew. It's like he knew. Just like sometimes you just know things, right? And he always said he knew. It's like a part of him knew. Because a part of our memories cannot just be taken away, right? It's like he knew. And it's weird. It's like, he says the contract was like, the contracts, he can't even, he'll talk about he'll talk about that one day, like to you, like personally. Like he's like, you're going to let me talk one day about this and I'll tell my story. This is Lucy, Lucy saying this. He said, you're way too fragile in regards to the subject for me to talk about anything about that right now. And so am I. He's saying, so am I. Clearly. He's the one that broke down, you guys. That was him crying. He said he made the right decision. So this is really crazy how it even went down. I don't remember where they were like in a field somewhere. I remember seeing her dragon. Her dragon was there. And she was there. Michael was there for a little while. I don't remember what the fuck they were doing this grass field. And it's like Lucy just flew in. Because they brought me to this moment, but I don't know what they were doing there or how they got there. They show me this for a reason. Like this was a big moment, right? And Faith was she's like, Haylel, hey. And she ran to him. She, you don't even like live with us anymore. They weren't speaking English. It was some other, I think it was actually even telepathy at the time. I'm just trying to tell you what was being said, okay? He's like, Faith, I've been gone for months or something, or weeks or something, right? She didn't even care. She's like, oh. He's like, you don't even care. She was really nasty to him. Like abusive almost, right? He's like, you've changed. Like, yeah. She didn't care. She was nasty. Like I said, I wanted to prepare better for this, but maybe I'll re-listen back to the actual details, and I'll come back and tell you more, but I feel like I needed to get this out for a reason. But they started, like, fighting a little bit. She was being just abusive. She was a monster, guys. Like, a straight monster. She, very strong, too. I don't know how she was so strong. I think it's just because Lucifer was so heartbroken, because he was in love with her, right? I don't know, I can't remember where Michael was at this point. I know he was close. But I'm focusing on them two right now. I remember her pushing him back, Haylel back. And she got on top of him. She started to rape him, guys. Yeah. He's like, I'm not in the mood. And she's like, she's just, yeah. She started to, like, I don't remember if it was during or after. I don't know if they ever finished. But, she started, like, punching him and hitting him and just boom, 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 just fucking him up for no reason. I don't even think he was ever saying anything. I don't think he said anything mean, really. I think he said, like, you're a monster. I think that's what he said, something like that. And he didn't even try to, like, stop her. He didn't defend himself. It's like I think he was so heartbroken. Like, you're at that point where you're like, it's like he knew what he was going to do, so he just, like, let her have her way with him. At one point, he got up. I can't remember if she walked away, back towards Michael or something. Yeah, I think I can't remember exactly, so don't quote me. I'm just going to say what I think this happened. And then he started to walk up behind her. Michael had no idea it was coming because like I said, he was also inverted at this time. He was a little sick too. Lucy too, but Lucy was trying to get better. He was trying to recover, right? I know, right? And then Lucy walked up. He was right behind her. She turned around and he right in the heart. It was heartbreaking for all of us. I mean, it's heartbreaking for me now, but I remember leaving my body, and I remember the pain. I left my body, and I could feel. So apparently, Archangel's kind. I told you it was an incarnation, didn't I? Yeah. I could feel the pain. It was the pain coming from Michael and Lucy both at that time was unbearable. Like, even I was out of my body and I could feel the pain. That's how fucking strong it was. And I get pulled up, and the higher I went, the better I felt, more relaxed. And I remember thinking, I can't leave them. I can't leave him in pain like that. I felt like so bad that the pain that they were feeling right then, it was unbearable. All my brothers and sisters still around. They were there within a second. And everyone started crying and screaming and going crazy. And that's when Lucy snapped. And apparently, the fall happened very shortly after that. There was a lot of shit going on at the same time in the cosmos, apparently. But this is one of the reasons Lucifer's rebellion happened, apparently, guys. See, the lights just flashed? Confirmation. And the issues Lucy and Michael had with each other caused some resentment towards them. They resented each other. All hell broke loose. Literally, right? So it's weird that card came up. right? Making the right decision. Atlantis making the right decision. That was Lucy who was crying that first time. That was kind of all of us that last time. I don't know if I'm gonna do a reading. Maybe I'll come. Let me get like I need to go have a cigarette. I'm gonna upload this and then maybe I'll come back and do a reading because like I swear it's so weird because I was like they kept telling me talk about it. It'll be very healing. It's okay if you don't have all the details right now. You can always come back and inform them more. But get it, talk about it, and you need to tell the story. And I don't know why it's so important that I tell this story. I mean, I guess it is kind of important, but it's like, who's gonna fucking believe me? Do you know what I mean? I know you guys. I know I have some of you that will believe me. And it's like, it's so weird that my healing, I've been putting it off. Like, this has been keeping me stuck. Because I don't believe. It's like they want me to heal from this, but it's how can you heal from something you don't believe is real? Do you know what I mean? When someone tells you that you are this Archangel Faith and like, all this Lucy, Michael stuff, like, come on. And it's been holding me back, but it's like, I know it's real. I know it's real. And I have to believe it so I can fucking heal it. Do you know what I mean? But there's a lot of other shit that went into why the fall happened, and Lucifer's rebellion, but that's the main thing. Lucifer's like, yeah, 100%. People don't really know why Lucifer rebelled. You hear stories, right? But it goes a lot deeper than that, guys. Sorry, I don't know. Why am I blowing my nose on camera right now? Oh well. I'm a fucking human right now, right? Am I? I don't even know. Am I a human? I don't even know. I'm gonna stop there, guys. I'll be back. I'm gonna go smoke. Maybe I'll come back with a reading. I love you guys. Shields up. Swords down. Swords up. And wait till I tell you the story of the sword, guys. It's gonna blow your mind. There's so much coming, like so much information. It's gonna blow your mind. I'm sure your mind's already blown though, right? I love you guys. Again, let me do it again. Shields up, swords up. Let's get it. Wow, right?